League is a roguelite where you play with 9 bots, each hard stuck at your elo, and your goal as a player is to maximize your win rate. So what can we do? Welcome to another video. Today I will show you why you actually deserve to be higher elo, but you hold yourself back. On your screen are some timestamps for the talking points now, so if you implement all of these, you will for sure get the elo you deserve, whether that be slightly or a lot higher than what you are right now. The main thing I want you to see in this video though is just how insane the effects of griefing any games are. It should really put it into perspective and make you reconsider flaming or tilting or anything else discussed in this video, as it will lower your elo greatly. Today's tips aren't about gameplay, but rather mentality. Why do I make a whole video, 5 tips, and emphasize how important mentality is though? Let's put it this way. This is the formula for the elo system's expected win rate. I also included my expected win rate for a player of that elo on the right. Either way, these are pretty cool expectations. Now let's look at this little win rate comparison when you make just 1 out of 10 games a loss with any kind of trolling mentioned in this video, be it champions, tilting, or otherwise. To get a 50% win rate, you need to win 55.5% of your games. To get a 60% win rate, you need to win 66.6% of your games, and so on. 70, 77, 80, 88, 90, 99. That is just insane. A player who is 100p higher in skill than his current elo is expected to win about 53% of his games. Griefing 1 out of 10 games will cost you more than 100 LP. It'll cost you about 200 LP on average. Ever heard of Magifelix Mental and Magifelix rank 1 climbs? Well, now you know why he climbs so well, right? That guy has the mental of a monk. The tips will start off with champ picks. You need to stick to a champ pool that will be enabled by your time spent on League. On average, I would say it takes a simple champ 100 games or so to really shine, and a complex one a few hundred in your hands. That is games played in a reasonable time frame, of course, not months apart, and after that you will also need to spend 1% of those games playing that champion every day. So if it's a simple champ, 1 game per day. If it's a complex champ, it might be 2, 3, 4, 5 or more. Think over your own time investment. Pick a few champs and stick to them. You won't play your 30% win rate Yasuo against Faker in World's Finals, so why should it play? So why should it see play in your promos or something? Or not even promos, just when you gain LP. That LP can be the difference between you promoting or not promoting anyway. So why does tilt happen? Tilt is the difference between expectations and reality. As such, it is most important to remove and reconstruct expectations. Expectations set upon oneself are usually reasonable. Expectations of any kind towards teammates, enemies, or anything else are not. Fix this simply by moving your focus. Focus on your own play and you will find more success. Add on to that you want to mute your teammates if they have even a 1% chance of tilting you or getting you to type. And if you type, your gameplay is going to be even worse, so just don't bother typing unless it's to communicate something useful like, okay team, let's do Baron or something. Remember that at the end of the day, whatever your teammates type in solo queue is most likely not going to be useful for you to win the game, and even when it is useful for you, you're not gonna have that every game. Even if your support is timing summoners and stuff, you're not gonna have that next game. So don't get used to it. With approach, I'm going to mean how you approach the game and improvement. You need to prioritize consistency, improvement, and a healthy mindset for your role on champs. You need to stick to what your champion's plan is, and if your full clearing champ, it needs to be that. If you're a scaling champ, it's that. If you're a whatever, then whatever. Developing a mindset that supports your champions is going to be pretty helpful. If your teammates ping stuff that goes against that, then mute their pings before you listen to them, because you're going to know better than them what your champion can and can't do, and you should always follow that. Remember, if you follow the players in your elo, you will stay in your elo. If you follow your own plans, you will be in your own elo, right? But if you follow their calls, then you will be in their elo forever. Outlook will mean your entire outlook on the game. How you decide things, how you see everything in the game, and the realizations that might or might not come up. So for example, realize that your teammates are also playing the game to win, or at least to have fun, and winning is more fun than losing. For most people anyway. Whenever your teammate does something you don't agree with or somehow griefs your lane or whatever, he's not actually trying to grief you. He's just playing his own game and something probably didn't work out for him. Yelling at him won't help you. Telling him what you need him to do can help him. So remember to use pings in chat whenever it's helpful. Even if you muted every single one of your teammates, they might still do what you want, and if it doesn't happen, don't get upset. Like, the best thing you can do is just tell your teammate what you need from them, And if they give it, then good. And if they don't give it, then adapt. That's just how the game works. Now, the most important thing by far here is going to be focus. If you want to get the elo that you actually deserve with your own knowledge and gameplay, then that will mean that you have to remove autopiloting and limit the number of games you play. I don't care if you think you can play 5 games fully focused. If you just started playing fully focused, then it's not going to be more than 3. And if you are playing more than 3 games and fully focusing, then you're probably not actually fully focusing. I don't play all my games fully focused usually, but I'll tell you straight up that playing 2 to 3 games with full focus is going to be very exhausting for me. If I do it properly, of course. If I just pretend to do it and just gaslight myself into thinking, yeah, it's okay, you're trying really hard. In that case, I mean, you can play 10 games, but you don't want to do that. You want to actually be honest and actually try. Obviously, if you keep doing it, you'll get used to doing more games, but at the start, a few games are a sign you're probably doing pretty well. If you're exhausted after 2 or 3 games from just like the general gameplay, then that probably means that you're focusing pretty well. If you aren't making this a routine where you treat the game as blocks of games and learning, then take breaks and whatever, then you're probably losing out on some elo. A simple tip that I have also to stop autopiloting is to make sure that you're always focusing on something when you play the game, and you try to do that thing the whole game or whatever and just improve at it. So for example, if you wanted to make sure that you're looking at the game more as a jungler, you would focus on your F keys, moving your camera around and whatever else, and you would just like clear camps as you normally do and whatever, and in that case you could see some kind of extra focus / improvement there. So that's something that can be included. To finish off, I'll say you need to stop using rules like the 30-30-30 rule or whatever it is, and like 20-40-20. All of these rules are not real. Like, it's just that if you're improving at a steady rate, then these rules apply. And if you're not improving at a steady rate and you suddenly improve by a lot, then these rules will never apply. You have to realize that the elo system is made in a way where you can win 90% or more of your games if you're playing in an elo that is far enough below your skill level. But with that conclusion out of the way, I'm going to say that that's the end of this video, sadly, and if you enjoyed it, then do like and subscribe, and if you didn't, maybe comment why not. Either way, I would love to know which thing you struggle with the most or what you would like to see next, and I'll see you next time.